So many people, they let themselves down and they let everyone else down too at the same time. Here's the thing, if you had a friend who was always like, yep, I'll be there tomorrow, and then they're not there. And then the next day they're like, oh yep, I'll be there in the morning, but they're not there. And they kept doing that, they kept letting you down, they kept not doing what they said they were gonna do. How would you feel against them? You'd probably be like, I don't believe you, I don't have any time for you, I don't have any respect for you, and you'd be pushing them away. But why do we do that to ourselves?
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh.
Hey guys, Brendon Giebel here, and in this video I'm going to show you 10 ways how you can overcome self-doubt and step up into a next best version of you and become more confident and have more self-belief within yourself. Now, the first way is to find out what's holding you back. Now, we don't create abundance in life, we create limitations. So it's our job to let go of the limitations and let go of the things that's holding us back. And one of them is doubt. Now, doubt just comes from all these little hits along the way. And a lot of people, they try and go through life without even realizing that this is our first time doing it. Firstly, we need to understand that doubt, sometimes it's just a simple process of outworking it. You've got to outwork your self-doubt. That's the first thing. But then if we come back, we need to go, okay, cool. What's going on in me that's causing this doubt? That's what's blocking you. Maybe it's a lack of skill. Maybe it's a lack of ability. Maybe it's a program and it's something that's happened in your childhood where you've made an unconscious decision that you can't do this, you're not good at that, I can't do this. It's an underlying belief. So we need to find out what is actually stopping you and sit, reflect, maybe just write down what are some things that may be blocking you, stopping you, holding you back, and you'll start finding the answers if you ask yourself the right questions. Now, number 2, do what you say you will do. So many people, they let themselves down and they let everyone else down too at the same time. Here's the thing, if you had a friend who was always like, yep, I'll be there tomorrow, and then they're not there. And then the next day they're like, oh yep, I'll be there in the morning, but they're not there. And they kept doing that, they kept letting you down, they kept not doing what they said they were gonna do. How would you feel against them? You'd probably be like, I don't believe you, I don't have any time for you, I don't have any respect for you, and you'd be pushing them away. But why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we let ourselves down? Why do we say, yep, I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, and we don't? We're gonna do all these things and we don't. We keep letting ourselves down, and no wonder why we look in the mirror and we don't like the person standing back at us, because we haven't done the things that we said that we would do. Now, so that's the key point. If you commit to doing something, do it. I don't care. There's times in my life when it's like 10 o'clock at night and I still haven't done some of the tasks that I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm tired, but I said I'm gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. Because I know that each time that I don't, it's just a little thing that's holding me back, that it just keeps wearing me down. And if I can't do the things that I said I'm gonna do, if I don't commit to myself, well, how do I expect someone else to commit to me? Think about that. If you can't do the things that you say you would do for yourself, why do you expect someone else to do the same for you? The world is a reflection of you. So be the person you want others to be as well. And that starts with doing those things. And you're gonna become more confident. You're gonna be like, yeah, but I do this, I get this done. That's where confidence, you'll outwork that self-doubt. Super important, if you're watching this video right now and you're like, this seems like a lot of work, it seems hard, I'm not built like this. Bullshit, that's just a bullshit story you're telling yourself. You've got to train. You can either train or you can play, and there's no in between. Now, we train men like you every single day. Men who want to take their life to the next level, men who want to recreate themselves, men who want to step up as the leader of their family, of their businesses, of their communities, of their companies. And so if you resonate with any of this, down below what you're going to see is a description of this YouTube video, and inside of that there's going to be a link. Click on that link, enter your name, enter your phone number, enter your email address, and my team will personally reach out to you, showing you the 4 steps and the 4 stages that can help you get to where you want to be. So if you're serious about recreating your life, if you're serious about stepping up into the man that you know that you can be, managing your life, managing everyone else's life because you manage your own, then let's do it. I'd love to see you on the inside. So on to number 3, change your self-talk. This is a key point. So many people are not kind to themselves and they run themselves down. You've got to learn to stop doing that. They beat the shit out of themselves for no reason. we need to change our self-talk. We need to switch it to something else, right? And so maybe you might be going, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, can't do this. And if that's what you're saying to yourself, then it's going to happen. Our beliefs create reality, what we think. And I don't know if you've ever gone into a situation where maybe you're going to meet someone, or you're talking to someone, or if you're in sales and you're going to, you call on someone, and it's like, oh, this person probably won't pick up, or, this person won't like me. And 9 times out of 10, that's probably what happens. Is that because they didn't like you, or it's because you were telling yourself, and that's the energy that you're putting out? Now, what if you do the same to yourself? It's kind of similar before about not doing what we say we're going to do, but if you keep running yourself down, if you keep depreciating yourself, the rest of the world is going to depreciate you too. We have appreciation, depreciation. If you don't appreciate yourself, your worth, your value, what you're here for, who you are as a person, if you keep running yourself down, you're inviting the rest of the world to as well. If we can't value ourselves, we can't expect other people to value us too, right? And that's what happens. The world is just a reflection of us. So be kind to yourself. Watch what you say to yourself. Watch what you say in terms of, I can't do this, or I can't do this. Or if you go, I'm getting lost here. Stop that. Stop saying that. You want to start saying what you're actually going to do. If you feel like, oh, I'm getting lost, being like, give me a second, I'm just getting my words back. Simple. See how that's 2 different sides, right? One, you're saying, I'm lost, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, blah, blah. Whereas here, you're like, I just need a sec, I'm just getting back on track. It's completely different. What you say to yourself is very, very important. So we need to change our self-talk, because thoughts are things, thoughts create reality. And if you run yourself down, if you depreciate yourself, then we all know what depreciation is. It means going down. So number 4, surround yourself with positive people. They say you're on average the 5 people that you hang around with most. Think about it, for example. Imagine if you lived in a house and everyone in that house, they drunk every night, they maybe took drugs, they eat shit, they never work out. I dare say it wouldn't be too long before you start doing the same things if you're around them the whole time. They'll be like, come on, just do this. Come on, just do this. And you'll be seeing it, you'll be like, maybe I should just do it once. Or, maybe I won't go to the gym today. They've got food, they've got, pizza or something. And you would fall into that trap. Whereas if you, on the other hand, if you're hanging around people and they're like hustling, and they're like, we're working at this time, and we're going, and we're doing these things, and they're lifting you up. Maybe you tell them like, I want to build this big goal. And they're like, yeah, and they're supporting you. Whereas the other people are like, oh, do you really want to do that? That's a lot of work. They're telling you, talking you down and saying all the things that's not going to happen. You want to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up. And that's the key point. Get rid of some people if you need to, or limit them out of your life. Especially people who are negative, especially people who don't want to see you succeed, and they might not even be aware of it, but they're just doing that to make themselves feel better, and it's getting rubbed off on you. Number 5, do the things you're good at. When you're doing something that you're good at, you feel good, you feel confident. A lot of people, they actually don't really know what they're good at, but you are good at something. I know you are. I believe in you. I know that you can do anything that you want. Sometimes we just need to get rid of the story that we're telling ourselves and look a little bit harder. What you look for is what you find. You'll find it. Just look a little bit harder. So just do those things that you're good at. If you're good at some kind of aspect of your job, do that more, and that'll give you confidence. If you're good at some kind of sport or physical activity, or you're fit and healthy and you go to the gym and it's like, yeah, you feel confident from that. Do those things, because the more that you can live in that space, the more it's going to rub off onto other areas of your life. All right, number 6, know when to say no. This is key. Know when to say no. There's power in saying no. I don't know if you've ever said no to something or someone and you've walked away and gone, yeah, I feel powerful. I feel good. That's the power in saying no. Now, we also can say no to our thoughts and our patterns and all the stuff that's going on in our mind. We might be telling ourselves a story and worrying about something, and we just go, no, get out of here, I'm not thinking that. And you just push it to the side. It's really, really powerful to say no to those things as well. But if you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. Law of polarity, we know about this. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see. Now, law of polarity states that there's two sides, good, bad, up, down, hot, cold, yes, no. So you can't have one without the other. So you can't say no to something without saying yes to something. And you can't say yes to something without saying no to something. So think about that. When you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Now, saying yes isn't bad, but just be mindful of what you're saying no to. If you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And most times when you say no to something, it's probably something that is not going to push you to where you want to be, and you're saying yes to the things that are. Number 7, acknowledge and reward your wins. Celebrate your wins. Every single morning I write down 3 or 4 wins that happened yesterday, and I write 3 or 4 wins that are going to happen today. I do this in the morning. It's like I'm creating my reality. I'm like, what are the wins? And I'm like, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this, or I have achieved this. And I'm writing it like it's done, like it's already happened. I tell some people sometimes and they're like, get a little bit confused because they're like, oh, that hasn't happened yet. Because I'm like certain, I'm like, this is the win that I'm calling in. But we focus on wins, the wins expand. And we've got to acknowledge ourselves. So many of us, we're looking at this horizon. You know, we're chasing this horizon. As you know, the horizon never comes. You'll never reach the horizon. You'll just keep going all the way around the earth. Keep going like that. Now, you don't actually find happiness and fulfillment and achievement until you look back. So you need to take the time to go, you know what, this is where I'm going, but let's just take a moment, see how far I've come. Let all these little dots align from the past. So take the time to do that. All right, number 8, this is key. Take care of your body. Now, I can tell you firsthand, like right now I'm in the best shape of my life and I feel the most confident ever. And it's because I look good. I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, you look good. That's confidence. You know, I'm not afraid to take my shirt off. You know, I don't feel like I have to, you know, wear some baggy clothes to hide myself. I've always pondered this thought. What would the world be like if everyone had to walk around in their underwear? Now, not from a sense of like, you know, trying to look at everyone, but just how much would people look after themselves more if they had to walk around in their underwear? It's an interesting point to ponder, right? So if you get in better shape, if you look after your body, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel more confident, you're going to be like walking around going like, yeah, you're going to not so much show off, but you're going to show up differently, right? Because you look good and you feel good and you obviously have more energy and you don't feel run down, and you build discipline, and discipline is going to lead to confidence, right? Number 9, seek discomfort. This is another key point. You know, we need to just push ourselves into that discomfort, that uncomfortable zone, the uncertainty, to build confidence. Now, confidence comes from knowing that you can handle any situation that comes up. That's confidence. It's not about being the life of the party. And to overcome the self-doubt and to become more confident, just push yourself in. We only need to go out 4% into our uncomfort zone, right? So if we push ourselves out there and we go and we meet new people, or we learn a new skill, or we try and make new connections or build better relationships, or whatever it is that we want to do, push yourself out. The work that you're avoiding has the results that you're looking for. Every part of your success is on the other side of that little bit of discomfort that you need to put yourself through. Seek discomfort daily. Just push yourself in a little bit, push yourself in an uncomfortable situation so you can feel what you need to feel, because the feeling is the healing. If you keep running away, like imagine if this is the answer to your results and this is uncomfortable, this here, but you keep walking around here avoiding it. Your whole life, you just keep walking around avoiding it. And all you had to do was just go straight to this and get into that discomfort a little bit and you'd find it. That's what a lot of people are doing in life. They pull out their phone, they fall victim to the TikTok algorithm, and they doom scroll for ages, and they're not allowing themselves to sit in that discomfort, right? So put yourself into it, seek discomfort. You know, there's a tapping technique too that we can talk about later in another video, but that tapping technique is a good way too. When you're feeling that discomfort, tap the stuff away. And lastly, number 10, challenge negative and limiting beliefs. Now, a negative belief is we have a negative belief about a situation. A limiting belief is a limiting belief about ourselves. So we have two different types of beliefs, which a lot of people don't actually talk about. So we have the negative belief that, like, if I achieve this, it's going to be bad because of this. Or I have a negative belief about this certain situation or personal thing. Whereas a belief about ourselves, the limiting belief could be like, I'm not good at that, I don't deserve this, I can't do this, those type of things. So we need to challenge them. One of the best ways is to say, is this true? And then you'll find that it's not. It can't be 100% sure that it's 100% true. It can't happen that way. So then if you say is it true, you'll go no. And you might at first go, yes, it is. But then you have to go a little bit deeper and say, can I be 100% sure with absolute certainty that this is true? And you'll say no. So then you go, okay, so now that I know that it's false, what might be possible for me? And then you start going, okay, well, cool. And then you open up the world to the possibilities. And that's where everything's gonna last. So that's those 10 things. Implement them and watch your confidence soar. Watch how much more you believe in yourself, you have more belief, you let go of the doubt, and you step up to be a better version of yourself. So if you need anything, comment below, send us a message, reach out to us, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. You made it to the end of the video and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's gonna completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button and I'll see you on the other side.